Welcome to the Omnic Fallout Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Omnic Fallout. We are your hosts, Uniedge and Nymphadora. How you doing this week, Nymphadora?
I'm alright. I'm okay.
This is a podcast about Overwatch and all things Blizzard and what gaming-related things we feel like talking about this week. So what did you do this week?
Slept most of the week. No, actually, I did a charity stream on Monday and, accidentally ended up streaming about 12 hours because I went into the person's block behind me, and because he had to go do some stuff. And then it was like, all right, it was 3 o'clock my time, and I had to stream on the Girl Streamer channel at 5. And I was like, somebody's going to come in and take over because I kind of got to go do things. And so I took and I hadn't eaten since 8:30. So, yeah. So I took a 2-hour break or an hour and a half break finally to go eat. And then went back and streamed from 5 to 8. So I ended up streaming about 12 hours Monday on accident. No sleep before that. I just didn't sleep very well the night before. So Tuesday I ended up sleeping most of the day. So I haven't really gotten a whole lot of work done this week. And I'm really behind on work. But, yeah, that's pretty much been my week, is sleeping and streaming. What about yours?
I've been raiding, doing homework, and playing a lot of Overwatch. That's about it.
Yep.
We got 4 of 10 heroic down. We're gonna go try and get 5 of 10 tonight, and then go straight into normal so we can get as much tier gear as we can for people. And yeah, it's pretty much the plan right now.
Nice. Very nice.
But other than that, not much else. I streamed. This is funny. I tried to stream Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which just came out.
Yeah, how is that?
It was a good game. Streaming it was horrible though, because they blocked the entire half of 0.2.
Oh.
The final half, they stop you recording as soon as Mickey comes on the screen, and then you don't see the rest of the game. I left my stream up, and I was like, maybe it'll come back in a second. I don't know. And then I kept streaming, and then it was the end of the game, and the credits were rolling, and it still didn't let me record all the way through the credits, all the way through the secret ending, and then I was like, well, okay. So I was like, I guess I need to get a capture card.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because of copyright issues or just...
I'm not sure if it was copyright issues or if they were trying to do day one protection. I couldn't tell you.
Oh.
I hope it was day one protection, but if it is, that's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I understand the reasoning for stream controls, but fuck off.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. That
yeah,
sucks ass.
So I did that, and then I ended up my stream, and I started watching the little cinematics they have on there, which is Kingdom Hearts Unchained Chi back cover, which gives all the backstory and everything. So I started watching that, and then once I finished that, I started doing Dream Drop Distance a little bit, but at that point, I was like, I don't even feel like putting my advertising for streaming out again, and then trying to do that. I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks.
Yeah, it's alright. But 0.2 is one of the most gorgeous games I've played for PS4 yet. It's just
nice.
It's beautiful. There's just no way of denying how gorgeous that game is, and it gets me so hyped for Kingdom Hearts 3, and I cannot wait.
I'm so ready for
I just know that game's gonna be amazing and gorgeous when it finally comes out in 3 years.
100 years later, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, they're gonna be like Organization 13. Why doesn't it come out in 13 years from the release of Kingdom Hearts 2?
Oh man. Well,
Yeah,
let's talk about
but
some Blizzard games, man.
yeah, a lot of things are happening because it's the Lunar Festival across all of the games right now, except for Diablo and Starcraft. So, and Hearthstone, they have a little thing going on, don't they? I think.
Hearthstone. I don't know if I didn't see anything specific when I was doing a little bit of research. I don't think I just saw stuff about like a few nerfs and stuff. I didn't see anything specific about the Lunar Festival.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's going on in World of Warcraft. They changed it up a little bit this year. It's kind of interesting. They made it more Chinese themed. So like now you can get these toys if you want that let you make the Chinese dragon float thing, you know?
Yeah.
So like there's a head, a body, and a tail, and you can get like if you have a raid of people, you can get like 18 tail sections, and then like then a tail and a head, and just run around all around.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I'm glad they put like more interesting group thing items in there.
That's cool because it's the year of the Rooster.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that's really cool that they themed it that way with the lining up with the Chinese New Year and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's been here. It's been like that every year, too, though. So I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So,
but, yeah.
Just a quick rundown of what's happening in games not Overwatch. Diablo is going to have a Q&A tomorrow, January 26th, on Thursday, January 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern, about the Necromancer class. So they're thinking that they're going to actually announce when that patch is supposed to
I think it's going to be very soon after that. They're probably going to be like, hey, next week. Because when we played it at BlizzCon, it felt complete.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing I could imagine that they're doing at this point is armor sets and stuff. Designing that, probably. I could understand that. But everything else seemed complete for the most part. I mean, the talents and everything was there. Like, maybe some of the final talents and some balancing for that. But other than that, I mean, everything seemed to be fine.
Nice. I know a lot of people will be excited about that. I wonder if they'll actually announce how much it's going to be tomorrow.
I think they announced how much it was going to be at BlizzCon. Didn't they say $15?
No, there was no official announcement at BlizzCon about how much it was. It's still a question of what it's going to be. So.
I'd imagine around $15. That sounds about right for that kind of DLC.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like we're also getting 2 new areas with it, and all that supposedly. So, who knows?
Starcraft, apparently, random people, I don't know how this algorithm is being chosen, so don't ask me, but apparently Blizzard is giving away Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty just at random. So if you log in and your thing is flashing, I think I actually got it because I have the install button there. And I've never...
Okay, you never owned one?
I've never owned Starcraft. I've never bought it. So I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. So you may have it
that game to me should be free to play at this point, just because it's so old at this point, and it's not got the audience it used to. And I think making it free to play would open it up to a few more people. I don't see it ever having the major resurgence that it had years ago again. But
I think they're hoping that it will kind of entice people to buy the expansions.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could see that. It was.
I mean, that's cool.
It's a nice thing to do. I mean,
yeah.
I've owned all of the expansions and everything, and I still haven't even completed the campaign. The only reason I bought the game was because of the collector's editions. That's pretty much it.
You and your collector's edition.
I mean, I just never been the biggest fan of StarCraft. If I ever play StarCraft, it's for the arcade stuff. And back when I was playing it, you had to own the main game and Heart of the Swarm to play arcade, and then Legacy of the Void came out, and you didn't have to own Legacy of the Void for for to play arcade.
Yeah.
But I bought it anyway because I was just like, well, I've got extra money, and it's a collector's edition that gives me items and WoW and stuff. So meh, yeah.
Nothing really in Hearthstone. I saw some mentions about they're gonna nerf some cards, but really nothing of note that I found interesting to note on this particular podcast. Heroes, Valera, and the Lunar Festival patch went live yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but I heard it's awesome. I heard that.
Yes.
I heard, unfortunately, the event is bugged currently, and you can't do it.
The event, the chicken race thing, cock race doohickey, is weird, and you don't really understand. It's not obvious what you're supposed to do at the beginning.
It's also bugged right now, and you can't finish it, from what I heard.
Yeah, it takes a long time to finish it, so I think they're going to have to adjust that. But Heroes of the Dorm will be on Facebook Live instead of Twitch, and will not even be on ESPN2. I find that a very interesting decision.
I think the Xbox the Facebook thing is going to ruin it. As far as the online viewership, I don't think anybody's going to be like, I'm going to go to Facebook and watch this. I don't think that's going to happen.
I know they're trying to push the Facebook Live stuff, and I mean, from the streamer end, I'll say it's a really clunky setup. It's not very well set up. It just doesn't flow well.
From the viewer setup, it's horrible too. Like, there's no dedicated page to go to for that, for that stream, and it's really annoying. And then the comments section, it's like, no, I'd rather not.
It's just,
honestly,
it's very weird. It's very clunky, and unless they've changed like how it's set up, like it's just because you're gonna have to. I don't know. It's just weird. It's awkward, and I find that decision interesting to not stream on at least Twitch alongside Facebook. But
they shouldn't have gotten bad with Facebook. I think it's not a really good decision. That platform to me has been sinking for a year now, and with their emphasis on how Facebook is treating free speech and everything at this point, I just don't see it going very well. And
yeah,
I don't know. And also with the added fact that anybody could take your stream down at any point, really.
Yeah.
I just don't see that ending well, and I don't think they should have ever done it.
I agree.
I mean, whatever. There's nothing we could do now. It's too late at this point.
Right. It's just, if you guys want to watch Heroes of the Dorm, which I actually watched some of it last year, it was actually pretty interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, I watched it too last year. It was pretty good. I think ESPN2 is gonna get more viewers than Facebook, and that's a weird thing to say.
They're not streaming on ESPN2 at all.
I thought you said they were. No. Like, I thought you said that they were going to broadcast on it, though.
No, they're not broadcasting on Twitch, ESPN2. They're solely broadcasting on Facebook.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. So
that entire thing's going to flunk, like, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't like. I don't like that they did that.
It's a very odd decision, Blizzard, and I hope you can explain to us exactly why you made that decision later.
Yeah. It just doesn't make much sense to me.
7.2 is live on the PTR for WoW.
Mm-hmm.
So
7.2?
Yeah.
No, oh yeah, on the PTR. Yeah, sorry, I was confused. This whole section has me confused at this point because I thought 7.2 was supposed to be Nighthold, but apparently 7.1.5 is Nighthold, and 7.2 is going to be Tomb of Sargeras. So,
I wonder. I don't know when they're going to go live, but I would imagine since it's on the PTR, it should be within the next month or so.
I would say probably in 2 months. 1 month would be way too short of a raid cycle for such a big raid. and there's no denying it, that Nighthold is a huge raid. It takes so long to get through that it's like we had to extend our raid timeout, not lockout, extend our raid time nights 1 night extra, just so we could get through normal.
Makes sense.
I mean, it's such a huge raid. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be like, I don't want this, but I'd take it. But I mean, I don't know. It feels like they're rushing a little bit, and
I do hope that they extend it out a little bit more, because it's still, I mean, the content has dropped so quickly lately that it's like, all right, we got to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, I know some people haven't even completed Emerald Nightmare yet. Like on Heroic, there's some people that haven't done that yet, and it's just a lot of people haven't even completed TOV on Heroic.
Yeah, we haven't.
And TOV on Heroic is rough. Like Helya is one hell of a fight.
We haven't even done it on normal yet.
Yeah.
But that's also, we don't have a super dedicated team either, so.
Yeah, you have to have a super dedicated team for that. There's no way that people have to be paying attention to everything.
Yeah, didn't they have to actually nerf it a little bit because it was so difficult?
Yeah, they had to nerf it pretty hard. And then even still, it's hard. Like.
That bodes well.
Yeah, it's not an easy fight by any means. And Mythic is like nearly impossible.
I'll stay away from Mythic for now.
Well, we're gonna go into Mythic eventually. We're gonna get geared in Nighthold first, and then probably step back, do Mythic Nighthold. I mean, not Nighthold, Mythic Nighthold, Mythic TOV. Then step forward and do Mythic TOV. We're gonna do like a kind of back and forth tier system.
Yeah.
But I know our main priority right now as a Mythic group is to get everybody their tier gear. At least their 2 set, and hopefully their 4 set.
Yeah. We're going to have to start working on that, just so that we can have people that can go into the more difficult stuff.
I mean, I would even recommend to warm up your raid for the first 3 bosses, go do LFR Nighthold together.
We might end up doing that.
Used to it.
Yeah, we might end up doing that. That's a good idea. Overwatch. That's about it for WoW as far as any...
Yeah.
I mean, other than the Lunar Festival stuff that's going on. But...
And we already talked about that for what was interesting new to that. The thing about WoW events is they're not as interesting as events in other games because they have been around for 10 years.
Yeah.
And haven't changed very much. So... I mean, I don't want to harp on it. I mean, I'm glad that they're not focusing on making holiday content because this is a game that would die if they didn't do new content, as in progression content.
Agreed.
If they just focused on holiday content, this game would sink so hard.
But we do appreciate the little bit of stuff they do to change it up.
Oh yeah, not to say that we don't appreciate it. I'm just saying that it's the nature of the beast.
Exactly. So Overwatch, man, exciting stuff for Overwatch. Oh, yeah. Man, this broke. We broke this in the middle of the podcast last Wednesday. Mm-hmm. It broke, and so it's gone live. The Chinese New Year event, Year of the Rooster, is live, and I have gotten in and got my hands in a little bit, and it is a lot of fun. The Capture the Flag map. It's fun, but there are some issues with it. It's like Warsong Gulch. Either one side is super like gung-ho and they've got it, or you end up in a draw.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really get the back and forth. There's a few things that I've seen a couple of people talk about, and how the flag, as soon as they capture the flag and take it to the other point, the base flag pops up again. So you could essentially have people waiting in the wings to get it, and so it kind of needs a 15-second delay for it to respawn. That immediate respawn kind of screws up the gameplay there. And people are not understanding the concept of team comp when it comes to playing this game. You can't just sit back. You actually have to go get the flag. You can't just defend your own flag.
You do need one person to defend that at the very least. Yeah,
like a Symmetra or a Torbjorn is perfect to stay behind and defend.
Or even a Junkrat, it works out pretty well for defense as well. Like, there was a Junkrat that I couldn't get past. He was defending so well. Like, it's just...
I've seen people use Bastion as well, but I actually was able to get to Bastion and kill him quickly several times. Only because he's, instead of being separate turrets, he's one turret,
Yeah.
But, just those kind of defense characters, one or two maybe, and then the rest of you need to go capture the flag, or else you're not going to win.
Yeah, it's definitely like one that you have to cooperate with the rest of your team. And if you're gonna go in one at a time, you're gonna die, unless you're distracting the enemy team so that your Sombra can backdoor.
Yeah.
That works pretty well too.
Sombra's really good for backdooring on this map. I will say that.
Oh, I got almost 3 in a row yesterday, like just bang bang bang, because what would happen is I would put my teleporter down. 100 feet out of their base. Then I would stealth run in, land on the point, and then I would have it within 3 seconds, and then press E, and then teleport all halfway back to my base, and then shift run again all the way back to my base. And then I would just do that over and over and over.
I was playing Diva, and for some reason, they all as a group decided to leave the flag, and nobody realized that I was there. So I just walked right up and took it. And by the time I got it and they came back, I flew away and they never caught up to me. And I was like, well, that's why you gotta have at least one person, because once you hit that person, it resets to try and capture the flag. So, I mean, you gotta have at least that one person there. So, I mean, I like the map. I'm glad that it's I'm glad it's an arcade map. I'm glad it's not a mode that is a normal mode, for
See, this
play.
is where I had back and forth with one of my friends. I was like, I think this would be a good permanent map if they tuned it properly, and if they made it to where it can't be just a draw. Like, I think those two caveats would make it a good map type.
God, you'd have it where it lasts forever, though, if people don't actually capture the flag.
To some points, they maybe put a ulterior timer and everything, or something like that, or some kind of, I don't know. There is a way for it to be. I see it as something. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe have it to where instead of capture the flag, it's more of hold the flag as long as possible, and then no, seriously, hold the flag as long as possible. Then when you die and the enemy picks up the flag, so you collect points through how much time your team holds the flag, and you go back and forth like that.
It's an interesting concept.
And you don't have it to where they could turtle. You have it in an arena type setting where it's a circle with not many cover places where so you can't just have the Symmetra Bastion Torb turtle where they just run in there, and then also have it in the same way as World of Warcraft has one of their flag type missions like that, where you start taking more damage the longer you hold the flag. So after 30 seconds you take 50% more damage.
That's an interesting concept. I like it being an arcade. I don't think I'd want to do it on a regular rotation. And that's just my personal preference. I just don't see myself wanting to do that on a regular rotation. Not as what it is now. If it was a little bit different, maybe.
Yeah.
It definitely, but I don't have any suggestions on how to tweak it. You know what I mean? Like
It's got a lot of potential. It really does.
Yeah, it really.
Maybe put the flags in more of a vulnerable spot. Another way you could do capture the flag is you could have it to where instead of having two separate flags, you could have the flag in the center and people fight over in the center. Put the timer to capture the flag longer, like make it to like kind of like capture the point length of time to capture the objective. And then you had to bring it back. Maybe put a
That's
slow.
not a bad idea.
Maybe put a slow on the person that is carrying the flag, so that you can't have like Sombra zipping back and forth, you know, or Tracer, or insert fast hero here. Maybe make it to where you get like essentially hacks whenever you pick up the flag, so you can't use alternative abilities, your mobility abilities like Sombra's teleport or Tracer's blink, you know.
Well, they actually played around with taking that away. In the dev update, he was Kaplan was actually talking about that particular concept. He was like, we played around with, you know, taking away abilities if you had the flag on your back, and it basically made you feel like you weren't playing Overwatch at that point, like, because you weren't playing those characters.
Yeah.
So I can understand why they wouldn't do that. Because it would change the character, and it would make things very weird, and you wouldn't want to play it. You wouldn't want to play the game if it took away the abilities like that. Like, you'd be like, all right, I'm not capturing that flag. You can.
Yeah.
I think they'll get to it. Because I think they actually want to capture the flag as a regular rotation map. And I think this is their way of putting it out there to test it out first.
Oh, yeah, of course it is. And they're going to keep testing stuff like this out. And like I said, I do eventually seeing a capture the flag type map coming in as a mainstay eventually. It's a good try, a well done map style that's been done across many games that a lot of people love. So I don't see it never not being a thing.
Yeah.
I just see it. It's an eventuality. It's not a will they. It's a when they.
Yeah. Good point. So have you seen the articles where? So have you seen May's skin, her skin, like the skin that they have for this particular event?
Okay, so first of all, this whole thing is ridiculous. It's not a problem. Like, if you're complaining about this, then just be quiet.
I think
like,
that
she's wearing a parka in her normal outfit. That's why she looks like bigger than she normally does. Like, come on, people. Calm down.
Well, okay, in defense of May's waist, if you look at her concept art that Blizzard has put out where she's not wearing it, she is a bit thicker in the waist. And as a fat girl, it's nice to see a girl who represents me. However, as a fat girl gamer, I think this is something stupid to get up in arms about. Like, like body shaming activists are coming out of the woodwork stating, why would you do this? Why would you do this? And I mean, if you look at the skin, it looks weird. She just looks, it looks like it's clearly a bug, an issue with the coding. Not that they deliberately made her smaller, because her butt is still as big as it was before. Her face and upper body are still the same size. It's just for some reason her waist is cinched more. And
it's still a beautiful skin, like,
God,
regardless.
It's gorgeous. I like, they were complaining about the skin for Christmas. They're like, this isn't worthy of a legendary skin. It's just a reskin. Well, here you go, and you're bitching about this too. It's like, come on.
Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I know. I mean, Blizzard said that it is a glitch, and it does look. I mean, if you look at it, she looks like she's got some weird Kardashian butt shit going on.
Yeah. I wasn't one of the people that examined it that closely though. So
I
but
did after
still.
this article. After I saw everybody up in arms, I'm like, wait a second. I saw she looked a little bit smaller, but I just thought it was because like the belt that she's wearing is essentially a cincher. It's supposed to cinch you at the waist. Like that's what those.
Yeah, it works like a corset essentially. Like
Yeah,
it tucks you in, not to make you like like it. I mean, seriously though, like come on, people.
I didn't.
It's not a big deal. This is Buttgate all over again. Shut up with your stupid stuff.
It is. God, it is. And I just like. I'm looking at it, like, I remember opening up, and I'm like, oh, she looks a little bit slimmer, but she doesn't have a parka on, so whatever, and she's kind of got, like, a cinching kind of waistband there. That's cool. I like it. It's a beautiful, I think, for cosplay purposes, that's actually the one that I want to make. I don't want to make the parka. I'd rather make that, because it's just that gorgeous. And
I feel like this, like, okay, can we just play the game, people? We don't have to. Okay, who cares who's gay in this universe? Who cares who might be a tranny in this universe? Who cares who might insert whatever here? Like, can we play the game and, like, stop complaining about petty things?
Oh
They're fictional
God.
characters. Come on.
Oh, man.
If they turned into a robot, I would not be like, oh, this goes against everything that's video game. Like,
it's people messing with their waifus, man. Don't mess with their waifus. I just thought, I'm sorry, but this is I'm a fat girl. I'm a fat girl gamer, and I'm proud to be a fat girl gamer. This is something I don't really give a shit about. And May's one of the characters that I actually enjoy playing. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't affect the gameplay. If it's a bug that affects the gameplay, yeah, I'll say, hey, this is affecting how she plays. But it's not affecting how she plays.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point if the people that are circulating this are the people that don't even play Overwatch. They're just like grabbing on something to rally behind. And that's what a lot of shit is nowadays. People just grab something to rally behind. For, like, there's no apparent reason. Let's just find a way to be like up in arms about something. It's really annoying. It was like, first it was Tracer, then it was with Tracer again, then it was with like it's just stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Unless it's a bug that actually affects how her character plays the game, how it affects her movement, anything, it's really not worth getting up in arms about.
Okay, and speaking of glitches that actually affect the game, here's some glitches that you can actually get in your up in arms about, because these are glitches worth getting up in arms about. If you play Diva on 3s and you die in your mech while you're outside, you will fall through the map and die to your fall to your death.
Really, I haven't seen that glitch.
That is one of the things that'll happen.
Jesus. That's
Another
a glitch
glitch is with Reinhardt. Oh yeah, with Reinhardt's new skin. You can't tell when his shield is breaking if you're fighting him.
Yep.
So, I mean, like,
I've actually
these are
noticed
actual
that.
glitches, people.
I noticed that, like, actually in the gameplay yesterday. I was like, oh, he's got the new skin. Why is his shield not breaking? Why am I shooting the crap out of this shield and it's not breaking? And then finally it went down. And I was like, did I do that or did he take that down?
I mean, like, those are the things that people should be complaining about, and those are the things I would understand complaining about. And Blizzard's never been one to let something lie for a very long time, like glitch-wise. They've always been real quick about it.
Yeah, so those should probably be, all of those, including the May waste problem, will probably be put out in a patch within the next, probably less than a week. They'll probably fix that stuff and have it out by the end of the week.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things. People weren't going to find something to complain about. So, the new comic came out, and it looks pretty good. I haven't got to read all of it yet because I was doing the event yesterday, and I tried to start reading it during the event, but then we got really into it.
There's not much to actually read. You have...
It's just Journey to the West, isn't it?
Yeah, you have 3 slides where it explains, like, Winston and why Winston is seeing this, and then you go through, like,
His dad sent Reddit to him when he was younger.
you just go through the pictures. So there's it's basically just a visual comic book. It's beautiful. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous, but it explains why
he would have red skin and stuff.
They like why Reinhardt has a skin and why all of these people that are not Asian or celebrate the Chinese New Year, why they have skins, like why Roadhog has a skin or whatever. And it's basically this is Winston's imagination. This is what Winston sees, and so he places his friends into these positions of the lore of the Chinese New Year, and
he's role playing.
Yeah, exactly. He's role playing, and I think that it really attests to the sadness that Winston has. Like he's just this alone. Like I'm tearing up over a freaking video game character, but he just the way the feeling that you see when you're reading it, and it's just like, man, and especially after having the freaking holiday one, which just feels everywhere. Winston is a very sad and lonely ape, and it's just like, man, you just want to go give him a big hug. So I think there's something big coming for Winston because of what they're setting up. I'm not sure what, but something just kind of makes me feel like there's something coming for him specifically because of the fact that
he gonna get a girlfriend. No.
Yeah, like, ooh, yeah. Where is Winston a girlfriend or boyfriend? Whatever his preference. Like, let's get Winston some love. Let's let Winston not be so lonely. The poor guy.
But yeah, that's probably gonna be something that comes soon. I can hear myself right now.
I highly recommend checking it out. It's really pretty. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see more stuff like this. Like, we don't even... Who knows what the next event might be? How amazing would it be if we had like a Oktoberfest like one day?
That would be awesome.
Amazing.
That'd be great.
So like we have the Oktoberfest and then we have the Halloween event right after it. Like that would be amazing. Just,
yeah, that would be awesome.
Like everybody would be wearing lederhosen and shit. Wooden shoes, all that good stuff.
So, for you console players out there, good news. They are working on... Excuse me, I just had a hiccup. They are working on adding the ability to report players, and hopefully that will come before summer. There's a lot of logistics they have to work out because, they don't own the servers with Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and all that stuff. They have to go through them. But it is it's something that they've been working on, and they hope to have it soon.
Yeah, it's the same thing with PTR. Like, it's the reason that they don't have PTR on there. It's like it's so many workarounds to do things like that. And it's just, okay, I hate to be like the Debbie Downer, but I see if Overwatch ever dies, it's going to die on the console before it dies on PC ever. Like, that's the kind of, like, Overwatch will be abandoned one day on console because it's too hard to push updates for. It's too hard to do anything decent for.
That won't happen anytime soon, though.
No, it won't happen anytime soon. I'm just saying when it does happen, it might happen with the next generation of PlayStation and Xbox. You never know. Like it's just one of those things. Like I'm saying, if you're playing on console and you're playing with the idea of playing on PC, I would say go ahead and do it. That way you can just get your advancement and all your stuff on PC. Like, because it's just a given fact that it's gonna be around longer on PC. Blizzard has been a PC company for a while now. I mean, they did start out on console in some ways with Lost Vikings and stuff like that, and was it Ridge Racer? or Racer or something. It was some kind of racing game. I can't remember right now.
know,
Rock
but
and Roll
Diablo
Racing,
is
wasn't
still-
it? Rock and Roll Racing.
Diablo is still a console game.
Yeah, Diablo 3. Yeah.
So I
We'll,
don't.
we'll see. But Diablo 3 is differently because it can work on local servers as opposed to a server farm in a sense. Like you had to have a dedicated server for Overwatch to play on.
Mm-hmm.
With Diablo, you can be like LAN parties and you can do stuff like that. I mean, like that game will never really die. The reason I say that Overwatch will one day die is because one day you'll be able to log on to Overwatch, or you'll put your Overwatch disc into your PlayStation and it won't load. Like, I mean, it's just gonna happen one day.
I think that's saying a lot because I mean, look at all of the first-person shooters that actually play on that are real popular on consoles and stuff.
A lot of these have story gameplay and stuff like that, and they're always going to be there in some sense. Like if you have a single player element, you're never gonna that game is never gonna die. If you have a local co-op form of that game's never gonna die. Stuff like that. But it's these games like that are always online games. I mean, the perfect example of what I'm trying to get at is look at Evolve. Have you ever played Evolve?
I don't even know what game you're talking about.
Okay, Evolve was an always online game. Always online that had no form of single player, had no form of offline play or local co-op or anything to that nature. And it is a dead game right now. They are no longer supporting it. The servers are still up, but we don't know for how much longer. And it only came out in 2015.
Jesus.
So Well,
you're predicting the death of Overwatch like way in advance, though.
On console. I'm just saying in general. Like this is how hard it is to keep a game up on a console.
Yeah, because I mean, you've got to go through hoops and
Mm-hmm.
everything just to do anything with the consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing, and I understand why console makers put it as a walled garden, essentially, because if they allowed anything and everything on the marketplace, then you never know. Those consoles are very finicky machines, and certain temperature changes could ruin a system for life. I mean, look at Xbox. If the GPU on an Xbox heated up on Xbox 360, that console was done. Like,
yeah, yeah. So you put in this last thing. Blizzard added a new portrait frame for a player over level 2000.
So a couple weeks ago, we talked about a player that reached max level in Overwatch. He reached the 2000 cap, and there was just no more portrait frames after that. So Blizzard not finally, like, who expected anybody to reach 2000 at this point? You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
They put a
okay.
yeah, they put a portrait frame in for him. So now he's got this really rainbowy diamond looking like portrait. So
fancy
portrait frame.
I find that crazy that they already had to do that. I mean, the game's not even a year old yet. It's like,
yeah,
wow.
But I also find it awesome that they went out that extra mile to do that for this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's the only one. I think there's a couple people at 1500 and 1600, but he's the only one that's pushed it all the way to 2000 at this point and further. So
that's crazy awesome. Nice job, Blizz. I want that. I want a rainbow portrait.
I can't wait to get my silver. Like, I'm not even thinking about my diamond or whatever.
I know, I'm ready to get out of this bronze looking shit.
Yeah, the fact that I had to go through, I think, 3 more star levels before I get to it.
Yeah.
It's 5 and then prestige, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've looked up, but
it's 500, then 600 is your silver. I
Yeah.
think. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know but I got my 2 stars now, and I'm in like level 111 at this point. So I'm just gonna keep I mean, I might be at silver in 2 years. I don't know. I don't play that hardcore. Like, I play it, and I play until I'm tired of playing it, and then I don't play anymore.
Yep.
I don't push myself.
As, most people. I mean, I think everybody at this point, for the most part, if they started playing as soon as it came out, is at least level 100, has at least prestiged once, if not twice, depending on how you play. So I think that most players are around between 160 to 200-ish in that range. Although I am starting to see a lot more 3-star prestige in my gameplay now that I've prestiged twice.
Yeah, there's a lot more people getting up there now. I've noticed that as well. Like,
yeah,
we were playing with somebody that was gold the other day, and I was like, oof.
Nice. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean they're good, by the way, people.
Oh, no.
That just means they play a lot.
No.
Although the more you play, the better you get at the game. So
In some senses, but you also have to learn how to make compromises and understand what character is what for what situation. Exactly. And those are personal things where I'm like, I just much rather have a good time.
Let's just learn this character today. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's it for Overwatch news.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
You got anything planned for this week?
Overwatch stream tomorrow morning. We will be raiding Friday night, and then just chilling this weekend.
Fun.
Going to an oyster fest this weekend.
Oyster fest?
Yeah.
I like
oysters.
Fried oysters. Fried oysters are amazing.
They're having, I'm pretty sure they're having all things you can do to oysters under the sun. So, and it's like $5. So why not?
Oh, wow. Fried oysters are amazing. If nobody's ever had them listening, they are amazing.
Oysters.
You might not like pearl oysters, like eating them raw, which I can understand. I don't really necessarily like eating them raw either, but fried is amazing.
I like all oysters. What are you up to, man?
I don't know yet. It all depends. There's so much that's up in the air right now. I might do a little bit of streaming of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. After I finish Dream Drop Distance on Proud Mode, I might hop back over to Dishonored because I need to finish Dishonored 2 as well. Well, I've already finished it, but I need to finish my trophy runs on it, and then I might do Dishonored 1 again, but these are things that I don't have time for right now, because school is just ridiculous right now, and I'm about to hopefully start working soon, so it's all play by ear kind of thing.
Yeah, you got an interview tomorrow, right?
Yep, and hopefully it goes well.
Good luck, man.
I met one of the people that I think works in the hiring office while I was picking up my copy of Kingdom Hearts too.
Nice. Sweet.
Small world.
Score. Hey, buddy. We play video games. Let me in. Give me a job.
I don't think they were in the position to give jobs. But yeah. Hopefully everything goes well. Anyway, anything else that you wanted to bring up or anything?
No, I'm good right now.
Okay, well, this has been the Omnic Fallout, a podcast about Overwatch and sometimes other Blizzard games. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at theomnicfallout@gmail.com. You can follow UniEdge on Twitter at XAUVEZOV, and you can follow Nymphadora at GamerNymphadora.
This is a live podcast, and you can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/The Omnic Fallout, and on Twitter at The Omnic Fallout. You can donate to us by going to our Twitch channel and clicking on the links. All donation go towards the podcast, including sending Uni and myself to BlizzCon and other gaming conventions. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to give us a 5-star review because we are awesome. See you guys next week. Same
or
time.
4. We're not greedy.
Same place. Yeah, we're or 4. If we're
or
not
3. I mean, just acknowledge me, senpai.